We gotta start.
Hello everybody, it's Monica Zans and Jan Zans. We are live for Periscope and for Motivational Mondays. Hello everybody. You want to come over here just to say hi? So hello everybody in Zoom, really good to see you. I can't see you. Okay, I can't see you. I'm in presentation mode. Hello, awesome to see you. Hello everybody in Periscope, excited to see you. Today is a 1-hour program about what is your billboard. This is Motivational Mondays. What we do every Monday is we intend to create opportunities for people to leave inspired, to be motivated, to have action plans, and to be able to enhance an area of their life that maybe they know they're working on, or more surprisingly, sometimes you don't even know that you're working on it, and it becomes a really valuable topic, lesson, conversation piece throughout your week. So that's what we're up to. I am a business consultant and a life coach. I work with people to take their life and business to the next level. I work to grow people's businesses and to help them with communication skills, with organization skills, and with creating the life that they want by recognizing the unique greatness that they are. And this is my beautiful husband who we co-lead the program with. Go ahead.
Hi, thank you so much. Hi, my name's Jan, and I am a life coach and a fit coach. And what I do is I really help people live healthy. Hi, I'm talking about you. I teach people how to live healthy lives that they love. And the way I do that is by helping people develop not just the muscles in their body, but also the muscles in their mindset, to have a positive mindset, and also, what is this? Oh, in your heart?
Yeah.
Yes, in your heart as well. And really focusing on helping people remove suffering from their life, and how to add more joy.
Judgment.
Yeah, suffering and judgment
from our lives.
And how to add more joy, more fun, and more love.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And more muscles.
And more muscles.
Okay, good.
Yes. So I'm going to sit here because this is kind of like my little workstation while you go ahead and start.
Okay, so I'm going to be blocking you then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, great. He has a great view. Good thing he's my husband. I mean, come on, gotta keep it real, right, guys? Okay, good. So if you are new to Periscope, go ahead and type your name in, go ahead and say a hi, go ahead and start a conversation. Hi, Leah, really good to see you. Welcome to the program. Okay, so today I'm excited to share something with me. Oh my God. I'm going to talk to me, and you guys can participate if you want. No. I'm excited to share something with you that's near and dear to my heart. It's something that some of you in the room have heard me talk about. It's something that I'm massively passionate about. So I have a tagline. It's called See Your Greatness, Be Your Greatness, and Pay It Forward. And what it means is just that. We each and every one of us have greatness within us, and very often we're striving to become great, and we figure that we're not great yet. Maybe we're great in some areas, but we're not great in all the areas we'd like to be great in, and so we're not great yet. And the truth is, greatness shines when you recognize that you are great in all areas, and that maybe from where you're at to where you're wishing to go, there is some learning, there's some resources, there's some challenges, there's overcoming or creating something in order to get to that next level. So when I share with people this, a lot of times the first question that I ask them is, do people know what they're looking for when they find you? Or if they're looking for something, do they know how to find you as a solution to what they're looking for? And what I narrowed that down to being, so we've heard of the word mission or your purpose, but what I like to say is, I drive around Los Angeles all the time, and I'm constantly bombarded by the marketing of billboards everywhere I go. The billboards that are in the sky, the billboards that are on the side of the building, the billboards that are on trucks all over the place, or on the big blue buses that drive around town. And so I thought...
Billboards on shirts?
Yeah, the billboards on shirts, exactly. So I thought, what if we each understood and defined our own billboard? What if we knew and walked and lived our billboard out loud, as though we did have a shirt that had our billboard on it? How would that change our life? Because it would make it easier to be broadcasting to the world who you are, what you're about. People wouldn't have to wonder if you're the person they've been looking for their whole life to help them with the thing you uniquely are equipped to help them with. So today, we are going to walk through What's Your Billboard mini exercise. in so doing. So you'll need a phone or a pad or a pen so that you can participate in the exercise. So if you're out there in virtual land and you have access to a pen, a pad, an iPad, or your phone, that would be great. And then we will walk through the conversation.
Yeah, and what I wanted to add is, you know, this is something that actually people not recognizing their greatness is actually something that is kind of inherent in our system. And I've heard a lot of different writers and people speak about this. If you think about it, in school, if you take standardized testing and they'll see like what you're good at and then they'll see what you're not good at, that's usually where they'll put the attention. They'll say, okay, you're an A student here, you're a C student there, so let's get you up that C up. Rather than you're an A student there, how can we really cultivate that gift? How can we really elevate it? So our whole education system, our whole society is often, you know, then it's our focus is on where are our C's and how can we lift those up, rather than where are our A's, what are our gifts, and how do we truly elevate those?
And so that others have access. Because just elevating it for ourselves, if we're already good at it and we tend to take it for granted, then it doesn't have purpose. But the minute there's a why behind it, like it makes a difference for someone, it matters for someone, it changed someone's life, then we have purpose as to why we're elevating it. So which computer are we going to use
We're good. Right here. I got it.
do the slide?
Yep.
Okay. And are you doing a share screen with everybody?
Yep.
Okay, good. So those of you who are out in Zoom land, we're going to do share screen. And those of you that are in Periscope, you can see it right behind my shoulder, and I also will be talking about it. So what is your billboard? Are you sharing your unique message with the world? Now, I would invite you to ask that question, write it down on the top of your page. Am I sharing my unique message with the world? Because what happens immediately is that should bring up two questions. Destiny. So question number one. Am I sharing my unique message with the world? What would be the first question that we would be needing to answer to be able to answer that question?
If you're sharing it, like how are you showing or presenting yourself?
Okay, yep, so how do you present yourself? So what is my unique message, right? If I'm asking myself, am I sharing it, I better know the unique message before I can go out and share it. Okay, so what is my unique message? That's the first part. And then, am I sharing the unique message with the world? So who would I be sharing it with? What's the audience that I would want to be sharing it with? That would be the second question, because who in the world would want the unique message that I have to give them? And sometimes we aimlessly wander the world hoping people see our unique message, and we don't broadcast it as loudly and as defined as we can, and so people don't know how to find you. So they find the person that has a similar gift to you because they've been broadcasting it in social media, in their writing, in their conversations, in their clothing, in everything that they do, they've been broadcasting it, and you have been waiting for people to see it themselves. And if people are waiting to see it themselves, can you imagine? We ourselves are trying to figure out our unique message, and so are other people. So do you think they'd be clear about what they're even looking for if they haven't found their own unique message? No, but if you can share with them what you have to offer and it hits something inside of them that has them realize, oh, this is what I'm looking for, now all of a sudden they know exactly that you're the person that can deliver that. Cool? Awesome. Next slide. So whenever you're thinking about this, you want to think about, whenever I'm asked a question or I'm asking myself a question, what are the specifics within the question that have to be answered before the question can be answered or handled? Because very often we ask really big questions and there's lots of little bits inside of them that need to be broken apart to be able to answer the big question, but we get stopped or overwhelmed because the question's so big and we don't know how to break it into the small parts to start with what our first or second step would be. So discovery. Discovery is a very important part of any process. Anything you're ever doing, discovery is an important part. So uncovering who you are, what is important to you, and how you impact the world will help you discover your message. Uncovering who you are, what is important to you, and how you impact the world will help you discover your message. So we're going to start with the process. So step number one. So you're starting to begin to look at inside of yourself, okay, I'm going to uncover something. Now think about this. Crystal, what comes up for you the minute I ask you, okay, we're going to start to uncover something for you?
Oh gosh, I think we're going to go, what exactly are we going to uncover? Do I have anything worth uncovering?
Okay, good. So it begins a stream of questions in our consciousness of self-evaluation. Write that down. Whenever I'm discovering something, it begins a stream of consciousness of self-evaluation. Now here's the problem with self-evaluation. Lauren, what often is the voice inside of your head when you're evaluating yourself? Is it a friendly voice? Is it a not friendly voice? What's the voice inside of you?
It's more of the not friendly, judgmental voice.
Okay, good. So anybody else in here have that kind of a voice that kind of is somewhat judgmental?
Yep.
Okay, so whenever we're doing self-evaluation, we start to then having to confront something called our evaluation of ourselves. Because out in the world, we may present ourselves like we got it handled, we're put together, look at my clothes, I know how to take care of my hygiene. We may look like we've got it handled. But inside, what we may be hearing is, well, what if you don't? And what if you think you have it handled, but you fail again? And what if you think you have it so handled, but your bank account doesn't show it? And what if you need help figuring out how to take care of yourself? And what if you don't have this handled for long enough that all of a sudden you're not going to be able to have a place to live? Have you ever heard the voices in your head go that far, that fast?
Yep.
Yeah, like, I'm going to be out on the street homeless. Like, that's not an unusual thing for people to think. Like, if it doesn't work, this elusive if it doesn't work, I'm going to be homeless on the street. Now, for most of us, deep down, we really know that we have someone that would bail us out. But there are many people that don't have family members or close relationship or proximity to friends and family, or have been isolated, or have been so consumed with their self-evaluation and their fear that they haven't actually bonded and created that connection with people. And so their fear is somewhat real. It's not a totally mundane fear. There is a fear, if I can't handle something, then what? And the question mark becomes a very big conversation in our head. Instead of, I'm going to go and pursue exactly what I know I can do, it's like, what if I can't? What if I don't? What if I don't enough? What if it's not fast enough? What if it doesn't last? What if they don't like me? What if they do like me? What if they like me so much that I let them down? On and on and on. So whenever we're in a discovery process, it's really important to look at both sides of the lens. Not just the side that's the positive side that knows it needs to do something different or knows that it's looking for something, but also the part of us that's our self-evaluator that may present critical voices and inflexibility and judgment and condescension. Condescension, yes, that word. Okay? So it's important then, when you see those two sides, that you acknowledge that those two sides exist, because you can imagine, like a little child, if it doesn't get attention, what's it going to do?
Cry in the nose.
Listen to me! Listen to me! Here I am! Oh my God! It's going to wreak all sorts of havoc in our lives. Have you ever had havoc running rampant in your mind and in your life, thinking the worst about everything because you just let it go there and you left it unanswered for a long time, hoping it would just, that whiny voice inside and that nagging voice inside would just go away? Well, it's not going to go away without giving it the attention that it needs to at least know you're addressing its concern. It is there to serve you. All things in your consciousness are there to serve you. So if it's there to serve you, how can you allow it to serve? And that's an important part of this process. In the discovery, you're going to discover both wonderful things that you haven't seen and things that may not be so wonderful. Okay, good. So we're going to jump into step number one. Number one, go ahead and make a list. This is a list exercise. All three of these steps are a list exercise, so you're going to be making lists. Number one, what do you love helping people with? So I gave some examples. Do you love helping with mindset, with finances or money? Do you love helping people with health or business? Do you love helping people with creativity? Do you love to just be a great listener? Do you love to help people with results? What do you love helping people with? What do you love helping people with? Go ahead and write the list down. It doesn't have to be just one thing, but if there's one primary thing, that's great for this exercise. Remember to jot down and pay attention to the voices in your head as I'm asking these questions. What are they saying? If there's anything that you should be writing down that they're saying to you, go ahead and put that in a part of your piece of paper. Thank you. I'm not seeing them. I'm not seeing them. Oh, you're not? Oh. Thank you, Alan. Okay. Number 2, make a list of 5 to 10 qualities you most admire in your most valuable mentor or role model. 5 to 10 qualities you most admire in your most valuable mentor or role model. So those qualities are, I have again an example: accountability, compassion, leadership, innovation, happiness, contribution, kindness, loyalty. Those are just some examples. Accountability, compassion, maybe there's leadership. So make a list of 5 to 10 qualities you most admire in your most valuable mentor or role model. For those of you that just joined, hello, welcome, I'm Monica. We are doing What is Your Billboard exercise right now, and we're in step number 1, discovery. Question number 1 was, what do you love helping people with? And number 2 is, make a list of 5 to 10 qualities you most admire in your most valuable mentor or role model. Awesome. Okay. Thumbs up. You guys good? You got that written down? Ronnie, you still working? Okay. Irene, you good? Okay. I can't see anybody in the screen, so just make sure that if you can see them in yours, that they can.
Yeah, I mean, we can go like this, because they're actually not seeing what you're seeing.
Okay.
So you can kind of flip through if you want to see people.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it doesn't help actually for that up there.
Okay. So, number 3 is, make a list of the things you help people with that you see.
Sorry, I realized something.
Okay.
I don't know if they were actually seeing the screen. No, they
Okay. Great. Make a list of the things you help people with that you see as roadblocks in people's way. So time might be in people's way. So what do you help people with that you see as challenging someone else? So are you great at time management, so you help people with that? Are you great at your own financial resources, so you may help someone with that? Are you great at punctuality? Maybe you help someone with that. So whatever it is that you help someone with, that's what you want to make a list about. The list of things you help people with that you see as roadblocks in people's way. And then we're going to have a few of you just share. What did you notice? What did you come up with? Okay. Okay, there we go. So, Allie, do you want to share?
Hey guys, how are you? So, which one are we sharing specifically?
Well, first of all, in general, as you're starting to discover, because we're going to start looking and narrowing down in your billboard, what did you notice came forward for you?
I noticed that I like helping people and I like to motivate people and kickstart them into their journey. And I'm good at bringing people together.
Okay, great. So people-centered. You noticed that there was people-centered. So very often, if our experience of how we like to help is people-centered, then we're going to start looking at our billboard through our heart. If we are looking at that we tend to help people with organizational or more time management or things like that, then we're looking a little bit more at how our mind works, how our structures of our mind and how we process things. So awesome, Allie. Thank you. Great. Ronnie, what did you notice?
Can I pick the question?
Yeah. How do you like to help?
Well, I help people roadblocks. I think seems like I've been very good at helping people get through roadblocks, helping them financially.
Okay, great. So perfect. So resource, he's aware that he's capable of helping people with roadblocks in the financial world. So when you think about that, it sounds to me like there's two places that you may consider. One is when people are in need or in hardship, that would be coming from one's heart, wanting to help people or support people through that uncomfortable place. And then the second part is the mindset of understanding finances, understanding organization, understanding budget, or how to adjust to your circumstances and your finances. Sound accurate?
Yes.
Okay, great. Perfect. One more person want to share?
I just heard Ronnie's billboard is, I can loan you money.
I hate to say that, but it seems like that's what it's been.
Okay, good. Michaela?
I like helping people work through their problems. Hi. And I'm good with organization and putting my priorities in order.
Okay, good. So a little bit of organization, as well as helping people in areas of the heart where they're dealing with problems or issues or things that they're struggling with. And maybe what that also does is you're a good bridger. Maybe you're good at bridging the head and the heart and saying, here are all the issues that you're dealing with, but what are the things that are in your way so that you could have the space to actually deal with the issue that are stopping you. Like, if you can't manage your time, you can't manage your finances, you don't have a job, you don't have your basic necessities handled, it's going to be very hard for you to deal with the challenges in your life as well. So you may be able to walk them through, okay, step by step by step, what are we going to tackle first to help them become more comfortable with then arriving at a place that they can actually process through their experience. Okay, great. Awesome. Very good.
Renee shared
Okay.
that recognizing their beauty, being the healthiest version of themselves, motivation, strength, no matter what, incredible talent, resiliency, creative motivation, finding new solutions, being relentless in pursuit of your own dreams.
Great. Love that. All right, share the screen. Slide number 2. We're moving on. We're growing.
By the way, I just want to point out, those are great questions. Like, if you're ever in a conversation and you don't know what to talk about next, you can ask people, what do they love helping people with? Like, what are things that they admire in others? And, you know, just these discover questions for yourselves are also just great conversational questions as well.
We lost everything. Oh, gosh.
It's you. We're still connected here, but you're not connected.
Okay.
How could this happen again?
Yeah, it's awesome. Okay, so next question.
Okay, hold on. They can't hear. Hold on.
Time for some emotive non-therapy.
Okay. Right? That's so funny.
Everybody take out their
Okay, can you guys can you hear us now?
It's coming. That app is coming. I'm telling you, people.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so number 2, develop. Go,
Okay,
Monica.
good. Now that you've discovered the way you like to make a difference and the values that impact you and the qualities that influence you, it's time to develop your purpose. So step 1, think about what's important to you, the values, the qualities that have the greatest influence on you, and use that to generate 3 to 5 message sentences that express your purpose or your mission. So 3 to 5 message sentences that express your purpose or mission. So we're working on the Billboard exercise. We're on step 2. and we're developing our message statement. So eventually this is going to move into your billboard, but we're not quite there yet. So you're just basically one-liners. So what's an example of a one-liner? It's important to me to spread love around the planet and have people recognize that they are loved and they are loving. It's valuable to me that people see their greatness and understand what the distinction between seeing greatness and being greatness are. It's important to me that people recognize, and it doesn't have to start with it's important to me. I help people pay forward the awareness of their gifts.
Monica?
Yes.
I just wanted you to be above cameras.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Great. Well, you want to go try to handle the Zoom on that one? Great. Technology is awesome. So are you guys coming up with some of those sentences? Excellent. And you guys, you don't want to belabor over the thinking about this. This is really more of a let it just flow out of you. What do you naturally do with people? What do you naturally help people with? Put it into a sentence. If it makes it easier, it's easy for me too. Finish that sentence. I naturally help people with. Finish that sentence. It's important to me to make a difference for people in this way. Finish that sentence. Might help you move through it. I love my computer. It said internet was unstable and then it crashed.
There were some things happening that weren't perfect, but I paused them. Google Photos backing up.
Oh, then I closed down Dropbox.
It's interesting, every single week we've had a tech issue. And one of the things I help people with is solve tech issues.
Okay. Does everybody have at least a couple of those statements? Okay, great. So Crystal, will you come up here? And Destiny, why don't you come up here? And Irene, why don't you come up here so that you can read them out loud? It's going to help people with the exercise, okay? You can stand right here. Right here.
Okay, so we move this over here now.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Great. Much better. Okay. Come on over. Okay, go ahead, Crystal.
Okay, so I love to help people see that their goals are possible and they are worth it.
The goals are possible and they're worth it. The goals or the people?
The people, that they are worth
The goals they have.
the goals they have. Yeah.
Okay, great. What else?
I want people to know that no self-improvement risk is too big to take.
Oh, no self-improvement risk is too big to take. I like that. That's great. Okay, next.
And it's easy for me to help people see what's positive and possible in their everyday lives.
Okay, how did it feel for you coming up with these? Did it feel hard? Did it feel easy? Did it feel like, wow, I really have an opinion? Or like you knew that this is how you felt?
Yeah, it was really easy. Just thinking, focusing on it, and then just writing and just kind of just came out.
Okay, great. Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, Irene.
All right. So I wrote, it's important to me to help people realize that they are owners of their happiness.
So you're owners of your happiness. Great.
Helping people see their potential.
Okay, help them see their potential.
It's easy for me to help people through sad and tough times.
Okay, sad and tough times. Great.
And I love making people smile.
Making people laugh. Awesome. Great. Making people smile. Awesome. Okay, Destiny, go for it.
To be the best version of yourself. That everything happens for a reason.
Okay.
Embracing their struggle and their suffering.
Okay.
Learning how to grow from hardship.
Okay.
Taking care of your body from the inside out. And always being kind and smiling, being the reason that someone smiles.
Great.
Every day.
Kind and smiling. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, beautiful. So think about this. Just in this room, we had 3 very different interpretations, 3 very different voices that emerged. So you'd think maybe that there would be, how many things can we really talk about? But every one of our experiences shape what we have to offer to the world, as does every one of our specific gifts. Okay? Excellent. So let's go back to sharing the document.
Okay.
There's Jan's face in the screen.
So it's a little close.
It's right there.
Okay, here we go.
What happens?
I don't know why it's doing that.
But you need to go back because there was number 2, the last slide.
Oh, we did that. Oh, which one resonates?
Okay, now what you want to do, so typically when you would do this at home, you'd read it aloud because you didn't have some group of people to read it to. So now that you have just heard a couple of people, when you complete this today, you can read it aloud to yourself. And what I want you to do right now, though, is circle the one of all the ones that you wrote that resonates the deepest. Like it's like a no matter what, absolutely, this is who you are, no matter what. Okay? Next, we're in step number 3.
Okay.
Okay, great. So step number 3 is define. So number 1, it's time to flesh out the value of your message sentence. Write it on the top of a blank sheet of paper and read it aloud to yourself or someone else. So now what you're going to do is just, if you're by yourself, you're going to read it out loud to yourself, the one that you circled, and make sure that it really is resonating. And those of you that are in the room right now, just turn to each other really quick and read that one thing that you circled aloud to each other. Okay? So Crystal, Destiny, and Parker, Blaine and Ronnie, Irene, why don't you share yours with Jan, and Michaela and Lauren.
So I circled this important to help people.
Okay, great.
Did you go out and go back in?
Write a list of as many things that have in mind about how this message will serve you.
And help them see where they are going if they choose to take it.
Just read it right there.
Yeah, that's all you do. Just read it.
I love relating, right? And also being vigilant for where we're going. Because I feel like
I'm having keeping up with the questions. Then I'm gonna sit down and do it.
great, perfect.
You guys ready? Okay. Keep going.
Okay, keep going.
Number 2, write a list of as many things that come to mind. So now you're doing back to the list. So that sentence is your primary sentence. Okay? Write a list of as many things that come to mind about how this message will serve people. How this message will serve people. So if your goal is to help people with grief, as Irene shared, then how will it serve them? It will help them heal heartache. It will help them heal a breakup. It will help them heal a job loss. It will help them heal the loss of a loved one or the loss of a pet. If your goal is to help people get healthy from the inside out, like Destiny said, then some of the things that you may help people with is getting healthy, losing weight, gaining weight, feeling more confident about themselves, being able to exercise in ways that they haven't, being able to have a healthy mindset, being a great role model for their families. So you want to look at as many things that come to mind about how this message will serve people.
More appropriate.
Awesome. Okay, awesome, you guys. So do you have a list of some of the things? Just a few things right now. Remember, you can go into greater detail after this on your own. So number 3 is read over the list and make a list. So when you do this at home, you're going to make a list of people. But for right now, one person in your life that this message that you circled would help. One person that it would help, and why would it help them specifically? How will it help them? And what outcome would you like that message to provide for someone else? Would it bring them more joy? Would it bring them more confidence? Would it help them feel more resolved? Who will this benefit? One person, and why? And how will it help them? That's tied to your why. And what outcome would you like people to have as a result of this message? Dun, 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 dun. This is really beautiful opportunity as you're going through this exercise to really reflect on the people in your life who you already have been assisting. You know, it may not be someone that's brand new. It may be someone that you've been assisting for a long time, but now you're looking at the way that you're assisting them in a new way. Hello, Trevon.
Hello.
Okay, excellent. So let's, Blaine, why don't you share?
Hey guys, so am I sharing how my message will serve people first? Or
Yep.
am I sharing? Okay, cool. So I wrote down a few things. First off, it will help people feel like they're not the only one struggling. It will help people, let me share the message I chose first actually. So I love to have compassion for people for where they're at currently and help them see where they are going if they choose to take it on. So I love to relate to people, so I feel like I can help them see that they're not the only ones struggling in the world. It will help people believe in themselves. It will help people see something bigger for themselves. It will help people see their self-worth. It will help people understand the value they can bring to others. It will help people have a bigger vision for their own lives and share it with others so they can develop their own vision for themselves.
Okay, great.
And the person I chose is Julie. She's a girl that I met recently, actually. She's in Florida. And I said that sharing with her will help her see how big of a role she plays in this world. And she will get that her self-worth is beyond what she can see right now, and help her understand how many people she will continue to impact through sharing her vision with the world.
Beautiful. Very well done. Thank you, Blaine. That was awesome. So you guys, here's what's so cool about that. So think about, you went through that exercise with one person, but let's say you went through that exercise with the top 5 people in your life that you most want to help. So it could be people that are your business clients. It could be people that are family members where you want to deepen their relationship. So now you go to work on the things that you want to go to work on with them, and the stories that you create as a result of starting to see how you can help them additionally become the stories that you tell the new people in your life, the impact that you're having. So now your billboard becomes that much more available to talk about because you've focused in on how does this message that I'm striving to live from make an impact, and then you can share from the stories that you gather. Do you understand how valuable that is? Because so often we go into the world and we share what we want for them. But we don't share the stories of success that our unique capabilities and message can provide people. Does that make sense? So now you have two things that you've learned. You've learned how to define what is important to me, what is my message, how is it going to make a difference? And you can ask yourself, am I doing what I need to be doing so it makes that difference? Am I noticing? You can actually have metrics around how often am I talking to them? How different are they behaving week after week after week? I'm going to check this for 1 month and see what the impact of my message is. And as a result of that 1 month, you may have a milestone of how to share with someone else how to value their own message and their own implementation of that message. Cool? Great. Next slide, please.
Okay. Back to Jan. Hold on. Sorry, people.
You know, we could pull this up on my computer so you don't have to keep going back and forth.
You're not on the Zoom.
No, I'm saying, but at least then I can talk about it while you're finding it.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, so now is step 4, which is delve. So review the list of the desired impact you wish the message to have and craft your billboard statement. So there's a distinction between the message that you came up with, and now that you're starting to see the impact it would have from people, there may be a way that you wish to craft it such that it has a powerful landing, like it lands for people like a billboard. So your billboard statement should include a combination of your message and the outcome you wish to have for people. What do you provide? So Blaine, read yours one more time for me, please.
The message.
The message, please.
Says, I love to have compassion for people for where they're at currently and help them see where they are going if they choose to take it on.
Okay, great. So I love to have compassion for people for their outcome and to help them
For where they're at, like presently, and then for where they can go if they choose to take on whatever actions.
Okay, great. So if we're crafting from that message, inside that message you have what you want for them, but if you're going to declare it out into the world, what's available for them. So they will have some sort of an outcome as a result. So then you want your message to present that. Like if you were to drive by and see it on a billboard, how would they know what you're going to provide with that as your desire? Does that make sense?
Yes. So should it have an I statement in it? Or is it just like a...
It can, but think about a billboard. Are you going to listen to someone's I statement or are you going to listen to someone's general statement? Yeah. So the message may have more of you in it, the more of the I statement. The billboard should have more of the what's available for all in it.
Cool.
Okay?
Yep.
So take a moment and just craft your statement.
Like this so we can go back to them.
Okay, great.
Okay, great.
Oh, and yeah, let me share with you some samples because that will make it easier. So my billboard, as you've heard me say many times, is see your greatness, be your greatness, and pay it forward.
I was going to actually ask, what's Monica's billboard? And if you notice, most of you who spend any time with her already know her billboard is see your greatness, be your greatness, pay it forward. So does any guesses? Like what would you say, someone who knows me, what is my billboard? So that's interesting. There you go. Creating a life I love. And teaching others that they can do the
Awesome,
same.
Crystal. Yes.
Yes.
Overthinking it.
Yeah.
Can you go to the slide one to
Yep.
the next slide, distinctive. So the next slide is distinction. So number 1, I'm going to give you 4 samples of billboard titles so that you guys start seeing what they may be. So 1, providing direction, clarity, and focus to invest in things with a high return. So think about like a bank or a mutual fund or a retirement fund. They help provide direction, clarity, and focus to invest in things with a high return. Okay, so if Ronnie is a guy that loans people money, maybe what he also does is provide direction, clarity, and focus to people so that when they invest in their future, invest in their finances, they have a high return because they have a joyful return and they have a feeling of relief return and they have a financial return. Number 2, helping people release the beauty in the spaces that they live and work. So this could be a billboard for Home Depot. This could be a billboard for a designer. This could be a billboard for someone who works with people on creating their spaces. Number 3, dedicated to modeling a healthy, active lifestyle for all. Okay? Could be someone who's a trainer, someone who's a fitness professional, someone who's a nutrition. Number 4, designing a space to enhance your quality of life and reflect your lifestyle. Okay, so you're beginning to see a billboard is representative of the impact you wish to make as well as the skill that's going to be required. Okay? So once you've defined your message and delved into your billboard statement, it's important to deliver it to your audience. They're looking for your billboard. So oftentimes we come up with our mission statement and our purpose. And who do we go and tell? Our wall. We put it on our wall, we post it up in a picture frame, and we tell our wall. And who gets to see it is anybody that comes to that wall in your bedroom. Probably not a lot of people. So the first thing is, those of you that have a vision board or a vision statement or a purpose or a mission statement, get it out of your bedroom so you can have a copy there and put it in your main room where everybody walks through your door. Put it on your front door if you want it. Put it on the back of your front door so every time people leave your house, they're reminded of what you do for them, who you are for them, what they are capable of receiving. Okay? Then, have it plastered in your car. You guys are in your car in LA. I know you are. If you're driving, put it in your car so that you remind yourself every day, this is who I'm stepping into the world as. This is what I want people to see me as. Okay? Then, screensaver. You all look at your phones and your screens more than you look at people. Sorry, that's the truth. Okay? So if it is not in your screensaver and it is not in your keyboard, you are not living the proof to yourself every single day, reminding yourself as many times as you look at your screensaver, oh, that's right. Who have I told today? Oh, that's right. What am I going to tell them today? Okay?
Yeah,
Yes, Blaine.
idea. Okay, so everyone has their favorite picture or their whys on their background and stuff, but there's this app called WordSwag that can you can actually implement words transparently onto pictures, so you can actually use the same picture but then put your billboard on there
Yes.
as well. It'd be awesome.
Excellent. WordSwag. WORDSWAG. WordSwag.
Yeah.
Love that program. Been using it for a long time. It's great.
Yep.
Excellent. There's lots of programs out there. If you don't have WordSwag, there's lots of programs out there that do that. Just look at a titling program. Vanilla Pen is another great one. All right, so then what you also need to know, so next slide, what you also need to know is when you're having it present for you, how are you sharing it with others? Right? How are you sharing it with others? So it needs to be concise enough that you don't forget it. So if yours is a couple of sentences, then you just want to go to work on crafting it down to really be a bold, powerful sentence. One sentence that you will remember. Once you've remembered that sentence, then the chances of you sharing about it are a lot higher. Okay? Okay, good. So, deliver. Once you define your message and delved into your billboard statement, it's important to deliver it to your audience. They're looking for your billboard. So 1, start with 3 social media outlets to be your billboard and share your message on them. You can use Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Pinterest, and any number of other ones that you are all familiar with. You could even have it as your bio in your dating apps. You could have it be part of everything you're doing so it's in alignment with who you are on the planet. You could have it in your bio in your resume. You could have it everywhere where you want people to know what do they get from you that's unique to you. Number 2, create a quote graphic with your message on it, Blaine. Canva.com, WorkSwag app, Vanilla Pen app, so you can use it every day. You can send it, you can post it every day in one of your social media posts, on Facebook, on Twitter, on whatever you're using, Instagram. Don't you think it would be valuable if you had some iteration of the billboard that you are, so that people don't question what you have to provide for them? Okay, number 3, ask your community to share your message so they can be part of the journey. Make it easy for them. Post it on your page and say, hey guys, can you take a look at my Instagram and forward that picture? Take a look at my Facebook, download that picture and share it with your friends. Share it forward so people know what I have to offer them, and I'll share yours, send me yours, so that you're value adding for each other. Next slide, drive. Print out this slide, so we will give you access to being able to have this slide, and write your message on it. This is your billboard. So you see mine, see your greatness, be your greatness, pay it forward. I don't know why it's not all centered. Pet peeve. But we'll get to that. Anyway, so go ahead, this is the next one. So here is your blank canvas. Here is your blank slide. Now you don't have to use this one. You can go online, find your own picture of a billboard that you love. I just happen to like this one because, you know, it's on the largest road ever with some greenery around it. So I like nature and I like big in your face things. So I recommend you print it out as an exercise, put it in a place where people can see it, where you can see it. It's a conversation piece at the least. People saying, what's that? Like, oh, that's my billboard. That's how I serve the planet. And now all of a sudden people will start saying, that's really cool. And you can share with them the exercise you did. You can share with them walking through finding their own voice, their own message, their own billboard. And as a result, you can pay it forward, which is the third part of my own billboard. Once you stand inside of the billboard that you are, the greatness that you are, your gift, if it's out there in the world, people will share it. And you've now done pay it forward. You've taught people that it's okay to share your gift.
So I was going to do something real fast. So let me just go.
Jan's going to do something really fast.
Yep. So Blaine, what did you say your billboard was?
I shared it.
Okay.
But yeah, sure.
What's your billboard, Blaine? What's the Blaine billboard?
My billboard is express compassion, discover your value, and share your vision with the world.
Oh, express compassion, discover your value, and share your vision with the world. I love it.
That's great.
Okay, so if you go here, can you guys see the screen? Am I sharing the right screen? Let me go here.
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
So I'm going to check out of Periscope before it ends because it ends after an hour. Thanks for tuning in, and you can find me at www.monikazans.com for the download of this mini product. Okay, so we will have that loaded up today, and you can download the exercise so you can do it yourself, or you can have someone else help you do it. Have an amazing day. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye, all.